Hello, everyone. I'm Buford MC, and welcome back to another episode of GregTech New Horizons. Now, I'm just making a run back from the village. I'm on my way back to the base, and I figured I'd just start here, give a little bit of a change of scenery to start the episode. And I also thought I'd show you the nice terrain in this mod pack, because I think the terrain generation in this pack is just amazing at times, and I don't know what it is, but I just love this kind of river. You've got the cliffs on either side. It just looks real nice. So we're not that far from the base, just about 500 blocks. So we'll go kind of float our way down the boat over there. Hopefully I don't run into any squids. I did bring a few extra boats just in case it breaks accidentally. Um, so yeah. Now this is actually that area I think I mentioned a few episodes ago. There's a lot of clay on the banks. Yep, you can see some of it there. Let's not fall into one of the sides here and break this boat. I'd hope we don't, but yeah, there's some clay there. There's a lot of squids up there. Let's not hit them, because I think they can break the boat. I'm not sure, but I don't want to take any chances. Yeah, here we go. We're almost there. Coming into view. Now, I have done a bit of work on the yard itself. Not really done a whole lot, but I have cleared a bit more land off. So, we're getting a bit more space going. I'm going to continue to work on that. But I've just now pulled back in, so here we go. Hopefully it doesn't break. Nope, this will be good. Nope, there it goes. Yep, that's happened to me before. I get out and it just busts into millions of pieces. So it is getting to be nighttime, but yeah, I took a run back. I actually went for the coins, a couple of other things as well, but mostly I did it for the coins. I just wanted to kind of consolidate the amount of coins that we have. So that's currently what we're using. And I brought back a few other valuables that we are just gonna kind of put in here for now. Put that here. I got that from a chest somewhere. Put the music disc as well, and let's put some of these in here. Also grabbed a couple of gardens while I was out as well. So, what is the plan for today? Well, today the plan is to get some new tools, and specifically, we're going to start getting into Tinker time. I want to get some Tinker tools, so we're going to focus on this quest right here and this quest. Now, this quest, I could have taken these from the village. In fact, the village has all of these right here, but it is a crafting task, so we have to make them ourselves. We can't just take them. There was, however, one exception I wanted to point out, and I did take this pattern chest. The reason I took this is this. We had a bunch of patterns. I found these inside one of them in the village. Actually, there were two of them in the village we were staying at before, so a lot of them are just kind of duplicates, so I just took the singular ones and I left the duplicates back in the second pattern chest. But these are all the ones we had here, so this actually is going to save us in a bit of paper, because this is exactly what we have to use as paper for. I did make more paper, by the way, but we have to use these blank patterns to make. Yep, you use paper for that, and you turn those into more of these. So having at least a starting assortment of these should help to save on a little bit of paper. But that's the goal I want to do today, is I want to get upgraded tools and do this quest, so we don't have to use these flimsy flint tools any longer. Let me dump a few more items off. In fact, I wanted to plant these gardens here. So let's do that first, and also put the bow in here for now. So yep, I've basically just been plopping these down here everywhere. Okay, I already had a herb garden, that's fine. But as you can see, I filled in a bunch of land over here, so I've kind of done away with some of the water holes we had here. I've been slowly chipping away at it, using some of the water and taking care of that. Our sugar cane is growing nicely over here. We've got plenty of that right now as well, in fact. 61. Yep, just 61. Okay, well, we got plenty in there. But what I want to do today first is I want to get these made up. So I did bookmark these up here. They're not really that difficult of recipes, but we will need to make, I think, a few more patterns just to get ourselves started here. In fact, let's make 4. Should get us started. And let's start with the first item, which is the pot builder. We need soft mallet, sticks, this oak barricade. Okay, that's a string. Do have that. I don't know why I keep opening that chest. We can access it from here. I'm so used to that. I'm not used to doing it that way. You know, having it next to you like this. Oh, hey, a spider might be below us. I have not covered all the caves below us. I did cover that one we went into a few episodes ago. Took care of that. In fact, let's do this. There we go. Pot builder. Okay, we can take you out. Stencil table. There we go. We can make a tool station. Ooh, we don't have the crafting table. I have it out here, though. Yep, crap. Ooh, fell in the water. Yep, I've got the crafting table light over here still, so let's use that one. I will say, we are running into some storage problems soon. I can probably get away with putting another layer of chests up here and up here. Maybe I'll even put... well, I got a window there, so maybe not. We'll see, but I'm going to run into some storage issues soon. We'll probably have to get on with making an actual base here in the near future. Anyways, we were going to make the tool station. I'm going to use... Oh, wait. I'm out of something. Ah, I'm out of sticks. Okay. Let's turn some of these into planks. Okay, just like that. And tool station. Pattern chest. Alright, there we go. So, that completes the Tinker Time quest. I don't need you just yet. Although, in fact, actually, maybe I'll use that one instead. So, I think what we can do is we can just put them here. In fact, now, if I'm correct, I think if you put these all together, they do connect. I could be wrong. You might need one of these as well. Let me test that quickly. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that's another version. That's fine. But what we can do is we can make some of these patterns. Basically, you put the blank pattern in, you choose which one you want, and you get it. So in here, we've already got a couple of them. Yeah, so we got a few. In fact, let's actually just consult the quest. So I want to get this quest done today, which is going to be our first tools, which is going to be to make a pickaxe, shovel, and axe. So basically, complete replacement of these. We won't need those anymore. Now, to do that, let's follow the step-by-step guide. We are going to need 4 blank patterns, although I don't really need all of those, but we will need these anyways later. So let's just turn all these into blank patterns. There we go. And I did have the pickaxe one and the axe head right here. We need a tool binding and a shovel head. That's the one we don't have yet. So let's show you. So if I click on shovel here, you see I just get the option here, and it uses one of the blank patterns, and now we have it. So we just put those back in. And I believe if you come here, yep, you can just choose directly from the pattern chest. So that's quite a nice feature. So now we need to get some flint and an oak plank. Just like that. And what we can do is use the pot builder to make a flint pickaxe head, flint shovel head, flint axe head. So I think we just do something like this. Yep, shovel head, axe head, and pickaxe head. Just like that. Next on the list, we need to get a wooden binding, which is where this guy comes in. In fact, it gives us an extra bonus of a stick because this only uses 0.5. So let me mention that. The material cost is important too, so it tells you how much it's going to cost. So you get 1. If it's 0.5, I think it just gives you a bonus stick to use. That's quite nice. And I think we need 2 more sticks, actually. Because I think those I think we can use those as tool rods. I don't even think you need to make the tool rod pattern technically. So that's good. And now that we've done that, so basically this thing right here is used to make the patterns. This stores the patterns. This makes the actual tool parts, and then this one makes the actual tools. So it does give you kind of the templates right here. So here's the pickaxe. So what we can do is do that and that. Let me just make sure that's what the quest wants. I think we got everything else done. Yep, we did. So, flint pickaxe. Here is a shovel, flint shovel. And here is a flint hatchet. Not an axe, and a hatchet. So, basically at this point, these are useless to me now. I may keep them just in case I want to, you know, dig something up quickly, but here we go. Our first tools. Not really our first tools, I guess, but our first tinker tools, I suppose. So we do get a few things, some more blank patterns, a book. I think this book is kind of details you some of the various tinker things, yeah. This is kind of a guidebook. Store that in there. You get the fireworks for that. This quest right here is going to give us... That's 16 paper. I don't know, I'm feeling the loot bag for some reason. Paper's not that difficult. I'm going to do a loot bag, I think. I feel like taking a gamble today. Let's put the coins away. Let's put that one there too for now. In fact, I'll put these in here for now. I think that'll be a good idea. Yep. And let's put the loot bag. Well, we could just open it. Yeah, let's just open that. Let's see what we get. Let's see if my gamble paid off. Okay, golden care and creeper head. I do have a bit of a head collection. I've got a zombie head recently. Now we have the creeper head. Maybe I should have taken a patterns. Golden carrot's nice, I guess. It's a decent food. What do we have in here? Okay, got some stuff in there. Yeah, storage is getting full up. So, oh, I actually have stocked more up on sand, gravel, and some clay, even more stone now, so I've been doing work on that lately. But yeah, so we now have made our flint tools from Tinkers, so this is a good upgrade. Now, the cool thing about these, and I do want to show you what these can do quickly. Well, they don't do anything overly special, but what they can do is they can be repaired, so we don't have to make these over and over and over again. The other thing is they're upgradable, so as we get new materials, we just make new parts and replace the parts to improve their durability. So we can use various things. So actually this is faster even than that one. Yeah, this one wasn't nearly as fast. This is already faster, so kind of show you that. It's getting nighttime on me. I'm gonna have to head back up. I've been slowly chipping away at this hill over here, kind of right at the base of that mountain. Alright, let's head back. Yeah, that's actually a noticeable improvement right there, so that's quite good. In fact, I don't even have to go back. I've got a bed on me. Let's just sleep here. Mobs will probably be spawning if I try and get back home. So, let's just do that. Skip through the night. So yeah, so this is going to be really nice. And also, I will point out, these tools themselves have leveling. Now, you will see the durability is not great on these right now, but they do have sort of a leveling feature that's going to improve over time. So we're 10% of the way to upgrading this. All of these are level 1, so as they go higher in level, you get different things you can do with them, and they get stronger and better, and then you can also put different tool parts on them as you get better materials. So these are going to be the kind of things that we want to do quite a bit. So we're going to be using these tools quite a bit in the near future. I'm going to probably try and do some work over here, getting a bit more land dealt with now, and I think process on that should be quite a bit quicker now. So let's put... I can use this. Have I eaten these? Oh, I haven't eaten celery. Let's eat it. So yeah, I think with that, I'm going to leave it there. So wanted to introduce these kind of basic tinker tools today and show you how they can be kind of useful, and that these are going to be something we use quite a bit in the near future. We're going to be using these a lot, I think. They're going to be really good upgrades, and they're going to get stronger and better as we go. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how we do with these new tools. And we'll see what happens. So I'll see you next time.